Hello, Jim from HomesNOW Not Later. Just want to give a brief update on what we're up to, what's happening, where we're at, our plans, blah, blah, all that kind of stuff. So here's what's happening. Okay, so if you've all been following the page and the group and everything, then you know that we now have the ordinance from the county that we want. There's one more tweak that they're doing, and that'll be at the next council meeting. I forget the date. I think it's the 12th or something like that. I'll post it, or the 10th. We need people to show up there again also. But after that meeting, I think we'll have a very good ordinance that we can work for. So we are looking at land really hard now. We're looking at land, Public Works building on the county Public Works building on Northwest and Smith Road pretty hard. Behind there, it's about, I'd say, 5 acres of flat land that if they let us use it, we could have a tent city and build tiny homes there and everything. And it's really convenient. There's a library within walking distance. There's bus stops. So it would be really a good location for us. It'd be an ideal location, but we also are looking at other land. But as you all know, we don't have a very good working relationship with the city. So we're looking to start outside of city limits in the county. Let's see. I'm reading over my notes. On with me. So that's where we're at with the tiny homes and tent encampment. We are really looking for land. This being the July 4th week coming up, not much will happen, but we'll still be working on it. I need to write a lease up for the land behind Public Works so I can present it to Tyler Bird so he can get the wording right. So the next city council meeting, he can, at his committee, he's going to bring it up for a vote to proceed it to county council. And then hopefully county council that night votes to lease us that land and move forward with it. And as soon as we get a lease and all that signed, then within a couple of weeks, if all the stars line up, well, not all of them, but a lot of them, we're going to need somebody. We're going to have to find some fencing and get that put up. And then as soon as the fencing's up and we secure porta pots and dumpsters and hand washing stations, and we're hoping to find a big tent to use temporarily as a community kitchen, then we can get that up and rolling. That would be our first thing. Get the fence, get the infrastructure in place, the porta pots, the dumpster, the hand washing stations, supply fresh water, and a community tent for cooking and stuff in it. And then as soon as we get that all up and get it all approved by the county, which should be a very long process, I'm thinking 2 to 3, maybe at the longest 4 weeks after we get the lease signed, that we can be up and running with a tent encampment at least. And then as soon as we get that up, then we'll proceed to work on getting the tiny homes built. So that's where we're at with the tiny homes. So now we'll move on to the next subject is the shower truck. Yeah, the shower truck's been very successful. It was very successful at the summit. We gave, I think, 22 showers. So far, we've given 47 showers with the shower truck. It's pretty awesome. We are working on a permanent place to park it right now. Ken Bell from Port Authority is letting us park it on his land, and then he's on vacation or something to Alaska. And when he gets back, he's promised me he would find us a permanent spot. Also, he told me he wanted to sit down and talk about some possible land the Port Authority has that we could use for our program. So things are moving forward. So the dates for the next shower truck run is July 7th at Sunset Pond behind Kmart. They're in the parking lot from 11 a.m. to 4 on July 7th. We still need some volunteers. We really need like 4 to 6 volunteers to run the shower truck right. We can do it with a skeleton crew of 4, but, you know, we get asked all the time, how can I get involved? Well, this is how you can get involved. It's not much to it. Clean showers, sign people in, make sure everything goes smooth, talk to homeless people, sit around and chit-chat. It's pretty fun. It's pretty gratifying. Then after July 7th, with July 14th, we'll be at Unity Care for their homeless health clinic they have from 8 a.m. to noon. And we're going to need volunteers for that. And, you know, just because it says 11 to 4, that doesn't mean you have to show up and be there from 11 to 4. If you want to only come for an hour, come for an hour. If you want to come for a couple hours, come for a couple hours. So for the July 14th at Unity Care, we're going to need people to man the shower truck. Like I say, minimum of 4 to 6 people. And then July 15th, the shower truck will be in the Pride Parade. We meet at Habitat for Humanity between 10:30 and 11. We'd really like to see a bunch of people come out and walk with a shower truck. Hopefully by then we have our PR campaign kicked off and we'll have clipboards for everybody. So as they're walking, they might be able to get people to give their email address to us for the PR campaign, which would be really awesome. Then after the Pride Parade is July 20th at Bellingham High School for the Homeless Connect with United Way. We will be there from 8 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm really excited that I reached out to them to see if they'd be interested in us having it, and they've been so happy to have us and excited. So we're going to need a bunch of volunteers there. We're asking people to just do 2-hour shifts. We start giving showers about 8:30 in the morning, and then we'll go until the tanks fill, and then we'll go for the dump, and then we'll come back and resume until we fill up again. So we have a chance to give like 44 to 50 showers that day. Be a great time to come volunteer. I think we're going to need like 20 volunteers throughout the day. And then after that, the July 29th Homeless Summit at Maritime Heritage Park from 1 to 5. We need about 8 to 10 volunteers for that because it's pretty crowded. So that's the shower truck. I'm really excited. I think we have a mechanic now. Terry, I forget her last name, reached out to her dad. He's giving me a call. We're playing phone tag now. Hopefully we can connect and Monday work on the truck, or maybe even tomorrow. Depends on whether I get to connect with him. Other things that are happening, some of you have heard me talk about, we're getting ready to start a PR campaign. Well, we're pretty much in getting that ready to launch. We're hoping to launch it next week. I can't thank Craig from Tidal Vision and Alex from Tidal Vision and Lisa Papp for stepping up to pretty much spearhead this. Me and Doug are involved, but they're pretty much spearheading this. And I think you're all going to be excited. I'm hoping you all get involved in it. It's going to take HomesNOW to the next level, we hope. We're going to run that until about September, the PR campaign, until the first week in September, and then we'll be launching our fundraiser right after the PR campaign. That's what the PR campaign is, to lead up to the launch of the fundraiser, so we can raise money to lease land, because even if the county lets us use this land, we want more options. We don't want to just have one camp. We want to have 3, 4, as many as we can afford. So we'll be raising money for that. So look for that to start happening, and then you'll see how you can get involved, because we'll be doing some tabling at the farmers market. We'll be going to different gatherings, events around town, trying to get people to sign up on our email list so we can, the more people we get, the better off it'll be. We'll have some prizes. We're working on some prizes for people that get the most referrals. And if you refer so many, you'll get a prize. And so we're working on all this. It's a work in progress, but it's pretty professional looking from what I'm seeing. It's totally out of my comfort zone, but Craig and Alex and Lisa have it pretty much under control. Let's see. I'm going to be planning a meeting for all volunteers sometime in July, hoping everyone that volunteers or would like to volunteer will show up. I'm going to try to make it on a weekend and make it something fun, not just a boring meeting, but we'll have a short meeting at the beginning to let volunteers know what's expected out of them, what we need, commitments that we're asking for. There'll be many, many opportunities to volunteer. We're just getting started. We've been at this a year, but now with the ordinance, things are going to pick up now that we have a shower truck when we do the summits. So, we got to keep the momentum going, and we got to start getting more volunteers. We got to recruit more volunteers. So hopefully you all check us out and see what's going on there. Also, I want to say this, and I'm not upset at anybody. I just want to get this out there and reiterate it. I say it a lot, and I'm going to say it again. I want to remind people that HomesNOW is a nonprofit that is run totally by volunteers. No one gets paid, not a penny. Not one person ever makes a decision in the group, makes a decision by themselves. It's a group thing. Decisions, I throw up the ideas, and if volunteers want to help and get it going, then we let them run with it. There's no dictator here. I'm just the idea guy. If I wasn't here, I hope that the volunteers would carry on. I mean, this isn't about Jim, Doug, HomesNOW, the volunteers. It's nothing. It's about helping the homeless in whatever way we can. Building tiny homes, running a tent encampment, doing our summits, making sure that people get connected to services, being there just to listen to the homeless, getting their voices out there, getting them, advocating for them. I mean, everything. So that's what I want to say about that. And I'd like some feedback. So if you want to private message me or whatever, what day of the week would work better for you? I'm thinking about 4 hours. We're going to have, I'm hoping that we can do a barbecue or something for this meeting. Maybe I can talk Marcus into letting us do a bonfire out at his house, and we can all come out there and have a short meeting, and then just sit around and get to know each other, because, the more we know each other, the more we get to know each other's strengths and weaknesses, the more we can become strong. United we stand, divided we fall. So we have a board, and we don't do meetings. We discuss most of what we're doing online or at the office, and then we just get out and do it. We're going to have a meeting. It's going to be an action meeting. So we're not just going to sit around and talk about what needs to be done. We're going to come up with a plan and have a meeting to do it, not talk about it. So if you don't see us have a meeting every month like every other nonprofit, that's because personally we think meetings are a waste of time unless you're going to have a plan of action. That being said, I also wanted to say we started holding activist meetings where we invited other nonprofit, grassroots nonprofits that were volunteer-based to get together on the third Thursday every month. We didn't have one last month because the shower truck and all that. But if you're interested in doing one in July, those that have attended them or those that would be interested in joining them, We can put one together, but I really don't want to just have a meeting when we sit around and talk and don't come up with something to do right after the meeting. Like the meeting's going to be a plan of action, and we're going to come up with a plan and act on it within the week or two after that. Then I'm all for it. But we're just going to sit around and talk for an hour or two and talk about what we're doing, or what we all know what we're doing. So if we want to get together and come up with a solid plan of action and then do it the week after the meeting or the weekend after the meeting, I'm all for that. But I'm not for just having a meeting so we can all sit around and pat ourselves on the back and say what great work we're doing. We all know we're doing great work. So that's basically all I got. I hope you'll comment on this. I hope you'll share it. I hope Doug gets it so we can upload it to our Facebook page, our YouTube page. If you haven't checked out our YouTube page, you really need to do HomesNOW Not Later on YouTube. We have videos from day one that we started. It's a good way to get educated on where HomesNOW has started and where we're at now. We've come a long way, people. We've done a lot in a year, and we've done it on a shoestring budget. Hopefully we can do a lot more. And I want to personally thank everybody. I don't always remember to thank all the volunteers because I just don't. I'm sorry. If that offends some of you, I'm really sorry. But I really appreciate every one of you, whether it's just sharing stuff on Facebook, coming, donating money, coming to events, whatever it is. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because in all honesty, HomesNOW wouldn't have been able to do any of this without all of you. So just remember that, this isn't about Jim or Doug. With Jim and Doug, we could have been at this for a year, but without you guys, we couldn't have done everything we've done. I mean, we've done awesome stuff. Go back and look at our timeline. Also, if any of you are doubting our financials or anything, please get a hold of Doug. He'll be happy to send you a full financial statement. We're not got nothing to hide. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Everybody, please have a safe 4th of July. And do me a favor. Put a case of bottled water in your car or in your backpack. Put some bottles of water. And when you're driving around this weekend or whatever, you just see a homeless person holding the sign or whatever, hand them a bottle of water and wish them a happy day or something. Just be nice. Be kind. Pay it forward. What we're doing is the right thing. That's why we do it. We're not here because there's a paycheck. We're not here to get our backs patted. We're here because it's the right thing to do. Thank you very much. And I love you all and hope that you all share this.